Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we dive into one of the most heated debates in modern military aviation, the Su-57 versus the F-35I, two fifth-generation fighters built for two very different philosophies of warfare. One focuses on stealth, data fusion, and network-centric dominance. The other pushes raw maneuverability, supercruise, and multi-role aggression. Both claim to be the future, both claim superiority, but who truly dominates the battle space of tomorrow? Let's break it down in a simple, clear, and direct way, exploring every dimension that matters, from stealth to sensors, from weapons to doctrine, from real combat evidence to future projections. The F-35I is Israel's customized variant of the F-35A, deeply integrated into their local mission systems, electronic warfare suites, and weapon packages. It isn't just a fighter jet, it's a flying command center built to gather, process, and share massive amounts of data. This approach makes the F-35I not only a combat aircraft, but an information node that enhances every other friendly asset around it. That's a philosophy very different from the Su-57, which emphasizes speed, supermaneuverability, and the ability to engage aircraft at long and short ranges with aggressive kinematics. Understanding this philosophical difference is essential. The F-35I wins by seeing first, shooting first, and vanishing first. The Su-57 wins by maneuvering, climbing, and fighting in a high-energy dogfight. Now let's talk about stealth, which is the cornerstone of both jets but executed in very different ways. The F-35I's stealth is engineered with obsessive detail. The edges, the coatings, the airframe curves, everything is designed to reduce radar signature, especially from the front. This gives the F-35I the ability to enter contested airspace, hit high-value targets, and exit before enemy radars even realize something has happened. In modern warfare, where detection often equals death, stealth is the currency of survival and success. The Su-57's stealth approach is different. It reduces radar cross-section, but not to the extreme level of the F-35I. Instead, Russia balances stealth with aerodynamic performance. The Su-57 includes more exposed features, curved intakes, and design elements that slightly increase radar visibility, but allow superior airflow and agility. In short, the Su-57 is stealthy, but not invisibly stealthy. Its philosophy says, I don't need to be a ghost if I can outrun and outfight everything that sees me. That works in some scenarios, but against a jet designed to kill from beyond visual range without being detected, it raises serious questions about survivability. The sensor systems tell another part of the story. The F-35I is built around its sensor fusion capability. It combines infrared, radar, electronic signals, battlefield data links, and even other aircraft feeds, creating a unified picture of the entire battle space. Pilots describe it not as flying a jet, but as wearing the war. The aircraft sees everything around it: air, ground, electronic signals, and displays threats and opportunities in a simplified form. This lets the pilot make decisions faster and more confidently than the enemy. The Su-57 also carries advanced sensors, including its distributed infrared system and a powerful nose radar supported by side-looking radars. This gives it wide detection angles, especially useful in close-range fights where agility matters. But the challenge is integration. While the sensors are individually capable, they are not fused at the same level as the F-35I. As a result, the Su-57 pilot must interpret more data manually. In combat, that extra cognitive load can be the difference between a kill and being killed. Speed and maneuverability are where the Su-57 shines. The aircraft is built for aerodynamics. It can supercruise, sustain high G-turns, and execute complex maneuvers impossible for most Western fighters. Its thrust vectoring engines give it an edge in close-range engagements, allowing it to reposition aggressively even when energy levels drop. If the fight turns into a dogfight, the Su-57 becomes extremely dangerous. It can outmaneuver the F-35I and gain positional advantage quickly, but that advantage only matters if the aircraft survives long enough to reach visual range, and modern air combat increasingly favors beyond visual range engagements where stealth and sensors matter more than acrobatics. The F-35I, on the other hand, is not built for supermaneuverability. It avoids dogfights because dogfights are chaotic, risky, and unpredictable. The F-35I's strategy is, if I'm close enough to need high G maneuvers, something has already gone wrong. It uses stealth and sensors to end the fight before a dogfight begins. Weapons also show the difference in design mentality. The F-35I carries a variety of precision, guided munitions, air-to-air missiles, and is, really, made weapon systems integrated directly into its mission computer. Its real power, however, is not just the weapons it carries, but the accuracy with which it can deploy them. The aircraft's targeting capabilities make each shot more effective. It's not about quantity, it's about certainty. The Su-57 carries a larger variety of Russian long-range and short-range missiles, including advanced BVR missiles with high speed and maneuverability. It can also carry more weapons externally when stealth is not required. This gives it enormous firepower in open battle scenarios where stealth is less important. But external weapons increase radar signature, reducing survivability against stealth-focused opponents. Combat experience is a crucial indicator of real-world performance. The F-35 platform has been used extensively in real operations, and the F-35I specifically has been used by Israel for numerous missions, including deep strike operations inside heavily defended airspace. It has faced real air defense systems, real electronic warfare threats, and real surface-to-air missiles. Each mission improves the aircraft's software, tactics, and pilot training. The Su-57 has limited combat exposure. It has been deployed in Syria and Ukraine, but mostly at stand-off distances, not in intense air-to-air situations. This means the aircraft lacks the same operational maturity and battle-tested refinement that the F-35I has accumulated. Experience doesn't always beat raw capability, but it shapes the tactics, upgrades, and reliability that determine who wins in real conflict. Another major area is electronic warfare. The F-35I uses an advanced Israeli integrated EW suite that constantly evolves. It can jam, deceive, and disrupt enemy radars while remaining undetected itself. This gives it a level of electronic invisibility that complements its physical stealth. The Su-57 also uses modern EW systems, but the global defense community has limited verified information on their effectiveness. Russian EW concepts are powerful, but the ability to integrate them seamlessly into stealth operations is still questioned by analysts. In a radar, dense electronic warfare, heavy battlefield, seamless integration is everything. Let's now discuss the role each jet plays in its national doctrine. The F-35I is part of a network. It works with drones, AWACS, ground stations, and other F-35s, creating a digital web of information. This web ensures that every friendly asset sees the same picture. The Su-57 fits differently into Russian doctrine. It's built as a multi-role hunter fighter intended to replace older platforms while maintaining Russian air superiority in contested environments. But Russia's network-centric warfare systems are not as advanced or widespread as those used by Western and Israeli forces. That doesn't make the Su-57 weak. It simply means it operates in a different ecosystem where aircraft must be more independent and aggressive. Range and endurance also matter. The Su-57 carries more fuel internally and has better range without external tanks. This makes it suitable for large, open theater operations. The F-35I has less range but compensates with aerial refueling and optimized mission planning. Israel's geographic needs are different. The F-35I doesn't need to travel as far. It needs to penetrate deeply defended zones and return safely. Both jets are optimized for the battles they are most likely to fight. Maintenance is another factor rarely discussed but critically important. The F-35 platform historically faced maintenance challenges, but the Israeli Air Force has streamlined these processes significantly. Modern software updates and better logistics have reduced downtime and increased readiness. The Su-57, due to low production numbers and infrastructure limitations, faces greater maintenance uncertainties. With only a small number in service, every maintenance issue becomes more significant. Now let's step into pure combat scenarios. In long-range engagements, the F-35I likely holds the advantage. Its stealth sensors and data fusion give it earlier detection and earlier engagement opportunities. It can fire without being seen and reposition before the enemy even understands what direction the attack came from. In close-range engagements, the Su-57 becomes deadly. Its maneuverability, thrust vectoring, and weapon agility could overpower the F-35I. But the question becomes, would the F-35I ever allow a close-range fight? Modern warfare suggests it rarely would. So who dominates the future of warfare? The answer depends on how warfare evolves. If future air combat continues to prioritize long-range missile engagements, networked battlespace awareness, and stealth-first strategies, then the F-35I represents the future. It's a system built for information warfare, digital dominance, and coordinated operations. If warfare shifts toward high-intensity, high-maneuverability engagements with less reliance on stealth, then the Su-57's design philosophy gains strength. It's built for speed, power, and dynamic aerial combat. However, looking at global trends, most modern militaries are investing heavily in stealth, sensors, drones, and data fusion. This aligns more closely with the F-35I's strengths. The Su-57 remains a powerful aircraft, but it is less aligned with the direction future air combat appears to be heading. In reality, both jets represent excellence in their own doctrines. The Su-57 is a raw, aggressive machine built for powerful engagements. The F-35I is a stealthy, intelligent machine built for information dominance. Each is lethal, each is advanced, but when we talk about who dominates the future battlefield, where information, stealth, and network dominance matter most, the F-35I stands slightly ahead. Still, the skies of the future won't be decided by single aircraft. They will be shaped by drones, satellites, electronic warfare, and integrated systems. And in that coming era, the aircraft that best connects to the larger digital ecosystem will lead. At this moment, that ecosystem favors the F-35I, but technology evolves, doctrines shift, and future upgrades to the Su-57 could reshape the balance. In the end, the true dominance lies not only in machinery, but in strategy, adaptability, and how nations use their tools. Both jets are extraordinary achievements of engineering. Both represent the pride, innovation, and combat philosophies of their nations. And both will continue to shape the future of air warfare in ways the world is only beginning to understand. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep breakdown, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more high-quality military and aviation content. Let us know in the comments which jet you believe will dominate the battlefield of tomorrow and why.